No, it's good.
Okay, so we are back, guys. The TheFuelUp podcast. What is up, Joe?
What's up, Mas? How's everything?
Could be better. We're still separate here, but I think might be one of the last ones. I think it might be, we might be able to do this together again because I'm starting to get fed up with this shit.
These quarantine pods are they're good, but in person is 100% better.
It's just even like during the week, we're both working or we're going crazy, this and that. I find when we used to do it before, like when we used to record before, it was the weekend, right? So we wouldn't be going as crazy. But now, because we're not able to go places, this and that, the weekend we needed to do things because of the curfew. So what are we going to do, guys? This is what we have to do, right?
And the weekend is also 8 in the morning. You have the espresso when you get to your house. Everything's good. We're waiting for the guest. Yeah, and you make a good weekend.
Hopefully we get back to that. But soon, like I said, guys, we'll probably be back, just me and Joe. Maybe we'll see. We were talking about it. We'll see me and him. And I just wanted to say a little story. Okay, so tonight, what I was doing, this is why I'm a bit late tonight, Joe.
Tell me.
Usually I'm always on point with this shit.
Tell me.
I'm cooking tonight. Okay, I was making. What was I making?
Pasta fagioli.
No. Oh my god. No, chili. Okay, I was making some chili. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make some nice chili tonight. I was all into it. Had the Spanish music going, everything ready to go.
Spanish music.
Yeah. You have to cook with Spanish music and cooking Spanish stuff. Or Mexican, whatever.
Is chili Spanish? No, I don't think so.
No, it's Mexican.
It's Mexican,
yeah. So anyways, doing that, I have everything ready. I chopped up all the vegetables. Everything is ready to go. It's legit. All I have to do now is put in the meat, a bit of spices, and let it all marinate, What happens? I go to put in the meat. My girlfriend bought the meat today. She went to do the shopping today because she was off. Open the meat. It's all beautiful, red, nice meat. I open it. It's black in the middle.
Why?
Black, but black. Sometimes they say it's because of the oxidization, this and that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to smell it. If it doesn't smell bad, whatever. It's because of that. I smell it. It smelled funky. Screw this. What am I supposed to do? With a pan filled with tomatoes, chopped onions, chopped garlic, but like not a bit of onions. Like I had to put a whole onion because that's what you're supposed to do when you do chili.
Hold on. The question is, was the garlic sliced thin that it melts in the pan?
No, I wasn't making tomato sauce. No. It was that's it. So then what am I supposed to do? I'm stuck there. An hour before we have to do this podcast, I'm freaking out. So I had to make some pasta with. I made like pasta. There was the tomatoes. I put a bit of ricotta. I don't know. I made some concoction, but it was still a bit too oniony for my liking there. But hey, what are you gonna do? But that's just to say that there's always something. Every time when we're doing these things, me and Joe, there's always something.
What's a night that's not complicated? You know what I mean? It's good when it gets a little complicated. It adds a little.
Yeah. Not when I have to do my podcast in an hour and I'm trying to set up the podcast at the same time because I know that I'm gonna be late. Nah, it's okay. I'd rather it not be anything complicated.
It adds a little tension in the household. It's good. Adds some fire.
You don't want tension in the household. Trust me. You're gonna see. Huh? All right, guys. So let's get into this week's episode. I just wanted to give you guys that little because I'm sure it's happened to many people. That they're going to cook their shit. And I always check my meat before.
But when did you buy that meat?
This morning.
What the fuck?
Sorry, and
pardon my language.
But I always check. I always check my meat. Like, when I take it and I freeze it or whatever.
Yeah.
I always check it. No, I didn't check it because I'm like, whatever. She bought it this morning. But it looked good. As soon as you open it, all black inside. I'm sure this happened to many people before. So people understand my anxiety that I'm having right now.
That's weird though. You bought it this morning.
Yeah, it was for sure. And we brought it back. My girlfriend went to bring it back. The guy said it. He goes, this wasn't packaged this morning. So for sure they made a mistake or someone doesn't give a shit over there.
It was a couple of days ago. Maybe. Yeah, it was chilling and they put it to the front of the...
Yeah. And the guy put the new sticker. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Emballé aujourd'hui. Sim. C'est bon.
Emballé aujourd'hui means wrapped today, by the way, if you're looking if you're listening in English. Yeah. I'm sure grocery store, yeah, for sure. I had a buddy of mine who a guy I work with, he used to work at a grocery store, and when they used to face, when they used to face things on the aisles and stuff, it's called facing. So they would take stuff from the back, or like the older stuff, and they put it in the front, so like it would sell quicker and stuff.
For sure.
And I'm like you. It's funny you say that because when I went to the grocery store like maybe a week ago or whatever, and I was looking for bags of chips, I started looking through the bags of chips. No, it wasn't a bag of chips. It was feta
Was that
cheese.
a Bobby Schmurda reference? Was that a Bobby Schmurda reference?
What?
That he came out of jail.
No.
About a week ago.
But about a week ago, I went to buy what's it called, feta cheese. Okay, and I'm in
It was the Greek stuff that you're buying, huh?
I like
he
Greek food.
He's secretly from Greece. A bit of him, like his ankle, is part of it came from there. And,
My taste buds are
you're
Greek.
to buy feta.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy feta, and I'm looking at the packaging, and one of them said March 8th. So I'm like, okay, whatever, March 8th is good. But let me just look at the other ones and see what the dates are. March 22nd, March 18. I was like, wow. I'm like, I almost got screwed buying the March 8th one. I'm like, screw that.
You're gonna see
Took
when
the
you start
22nd.
doing a lot of your own, a lot of your own shopping and stuff. You have to do that because these guys, that's what they do, right? They want to get rid of their shit.
Yeah, they want to get rid of it. They don't want to liquidate it, right?
And
They
there's
don't want to get
people
stuck
that don't
with it.
check, and that's it. That's how they get rid of it. So if you wouldn't have checked, they would have got rid of it. That's basically.
Or
what
they would have put it
want.
on the 50%, the cart. You know the cart you
Or they
find?
do that, yeah.
on-
Or they do
in
that.
the
Even
middle of
that
the-
people that, it's on special, but check everything. Like if it's on special because it's been on the counter for 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a problem. I know what you mean.
Anyways, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So let's get into this week's quarantine episode. We're just gonna talk some updates on some stuff
smack.
that came out in the car industry and some things like that. Little stories here and there. So we wanted to start off with the new GT3. Again, I know we're talking about it. It revealed this and that, right? The last couple of episodes, we got the reveal. I think the one before was just a picture, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then
We
now,
had no info.
Mid last week, beginning of this week, they revealed it. It's pretty insane.
In person, right? You mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
not just a
exactly.
picture.
No,
Exactly.
like there's road cars. Cars.
Exactly.
You're
Okay.
able to order it and like you know how it looks and stuff.
It's released, like you can buy it now?
Oh, you can order it.
Okay, you could just pre-order. Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting it anytime soon. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's Porsche.
Maybe a year. Well, in Europe you'll get it pretty quick, but in North America,
Yeah,
for
it'll
sure
be almost a year.
year and a
8
half.
months to a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy. And so what did you think about this this Porsche GT3 now that you're able to see the full specs and everything, look around it, and I know you had
It's pretty insane, to be honest with you. I drove the 911 4S, which is the 2020, like the 2021 model.
Yeah.
Not the turbo, like just 4S. The interior is crazy. The seating position is insane. They really kept the old school vibe of the Porsche, but they just like modernized the interior. So it's all like one screen type of like layout. The screen in the middle now is like floating in the dash. It's it's crazy. It's crazy. The screen's bigger, so it's really cool. The one I drove was automatic. It wasn't stick, so like I didn't get to see how the stick shift car is gonna look. The PDK is insane. Like the shifts on those things on that car is ridiculous. It was the S
this
model.
engine on this one. It's a 4-liter flat six, right?
Same thing as the old GT3. I think with a little bit more horse.
So,
I don't think it's a
the
turbocharged. I didn't look into it too much, but I don't think it's turbocharged.
No, that's it. 4-liter flat six, and it's around 502 horsepower is what they're saying.
The one I drove was turbocharged. It's crazy, and you hear a lot of turbo. Like it doesn't sound like an old school Porsche.
Oh yeah, that the new ones are they're very turbo-y, especially
Powerful though, and amazing to drive.
Yeah.
It was white on red, crazy car.
So does this car come with a stick or doesn't come with stick at all?
You're able. Right? Yeah, for sure. You're able to buy the stick.
So you're able to buy it stick, and is it what? I'm reading here. Note that it won't have a 7-speed stick. Okay, so it's gonna be a 6-speed, a regular.
Yeah, 6-speed regular.
6-speed.
I've driven a 7-speed Targa. Pretty dope. The 7-speed is
Because that's them that came out with that, right?
The 7-speed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know the Corvette has 7-speed. I think Corvette is
Manual?
the first one. Yeah, the manual Corvette is 7-speed.
Really?
Well, not the C8, the C7 there.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's 7-speed.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's probably them.
It's 7-speed.
But they got the regular stuff that Porsche does. They're the multi-link front suspension, like you said, 6-speed. It rev matches it for you. That amazing system that Porsche has there. The manual system, it revs up to 9,000 RPM. Wow.
I like the old one.
It's insane though. I just keep forgetting that these cars rev that high. Usually, Japanese cars that rev that high. But this one,
it's funny when you're driving, like you're accelerating, you're at 6,005, you're like, okay, it's time to shift. You look at it like, nope, I still have 2,000 RPM to go.
oh yeah,
You keep going, you're at 7, you're like, holy shit, I'm not reaching. You're like 7,500,
The power
8,000,
doesn't
like you're
stop.
still going. You're like, holy shit. And you're like 9,000, okay, now it's time to shift.
So I want to get back to the interior, like you were saying. You said, is the dash a dial or it's what's it called? All digital also. Is it a
So
screen
it's half digital,
'Cause I can't
half.
tell from this picture.
It's half digital, half
Right?
like analog. So the one in the middle is an analog.
It's analog. Okay.
So like
that's
the
what I
main
thought.
one is analog, and then the other 4 screens,
It's
which
cool.
is it's insane. They killed it.
The middle, is it RPM? I think so. That's what I
No,
said.
yeah, RPMs, exactly, RPMs. So same thing
Wow,
like the
okay,
old
that's
one.
smart.
So the middle one has always been RPM, like the old Porsches. I think it's the one on the left, or the one on the left is the speed, and then the one to the left of that one is usually the fuel or like the oil pressure and the
you
fuel. I think it's
yeah.
fuel and oil pressure. Then
Or oil temp or something.
yeah, exactly. Then the right one to the main RPM gauge is your info, like your
Info system, like
exactly,
it'll
yeah.
give you
Yeah.
problems or your tire pressure.
exactly, yeah.
anything.
Or you could do like a navigation screen there if you want. You could see.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You could probably choose. They probably took it from Audi. They probably have the same system that you're able to put whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I find that so cool. I find that that Audi was able to do that. That it's like basically almost like a phone. You're able to customize it the way you want at one point. You know what I mean?
Audi's one
find
is like it's the whole screen is like a nav.
Yeah, exactly.
This one is just like a little circle.
You got like 2 little circle screens, and you got like that dial in the middle. That's like an OG, like you said, regular dial.
Exactly.
Which I find nostalgic that he kept that.
It's cool.
I honestly, I love the digital dash. I find it so cool. They fixed them from when they first came out. Remember when they first came out, how laggy they were, like in the American cars? I don't know if you remember this.
I know, like
when you'd rev, like the needle would like
yeah,
you know what I mean, like
couldn't keep
FPS
up with
drop
the
type of
engine.
thing. like there was FPS drop, like the frames per second weren't like they weren't at 60, they were like at 30 or 10 and 15 when you would do it. You know what I mean?
The 2011
now it's like
Ford Explorer had that. It was disgusting.
Yeah, exactly. I hated it, but now like you drive them and you're like, wow, okay, it's well done. It looks like a real needle. You know, it has a 3D effect. You know, it looks all cool, but there's still something about having that one, like Porsche just did. They always do what I'm thinking, these guys, and they just put one, there for the RPM, just so those guys, those purists that have that manual with the RPM want that. You know what I mean? So I find that really cool that they did that, because I'm sure not many people are gonna jump onto that in the future. They're all just
majority
it's
of
gonna be
car
cheaper.
manufacturers make just a whole screen, and then
It's cheaper for sure. It's cheaper.
of course.
Think of it.
It's just a screen you're producing. There's no little like dials and piece of glass.
But that's why Porsche is Porsche. You see, they kept their little digital dial for the clock. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
They kept their
yeah, on the right side, in the middle of the screen,
they kept
in the
that
middle of
and,
the console.
I like the console. I really do. I find it's nice. It's clean. It took that Mercedes big long screen, in the middle.
Yep.
And then the dials. I find the dials right underneath that are like the ones from Audi, like my S3 and stuff like that. It almost looks like an S3 at the bottom.
But the feeling of those dials are more like a metal feeling.
Yeah, it's metal. It's not a plastic button.
The build quality of this car, like the one I drove, wow.
Yo, it looks almost the same. It looks like my start button was there. Oh no, the start button's on the wheel. Okay, so that's the. Okay, man, wow, it really looks alike.
The start button's not on the wheel. To start the car, it's on the left side of. Yeah, exactly. It's a fake key, so like it's keyless. So you just turn it and it starts. The one on the steering wheel is the drive mode.
Yeah, to choose a dynamic or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So if none of you know, or if you like Porsche but you never drove one before, when you get the keys to your Porsche or to a Porsche and someone says, here, drive it, whatever, or it's your first time driving it, like I said, and you get your key and you're looking for the ignition, don't freak out if it's not on the right-hand side. Don't think the car has been stolen. Don't think any of that. Just look to the left. Germans, especially Porsche, like to do their own thing. It's to the left. And I was told it so it gets out of your way when you're driving, because it's to the left, like, how they make it far to the left, and it's away from your legs. They say when you have those keys, remember they used to hang a bit, it would hit back in the day when you were shifting a lot. So that's their perception, but I think it's just Porsche being Porsche and wanting to be different, you know what I mean?
Well, now now you don't put the key in the ignition anymore. Now it's like a fake key that you just turn.
For sure.
And you keep the key
But
in
I'm
your pocket
saying
'cause
since
it's
day
keyless.
one, Porsche's always been key to the left side.
Yeah, on the
not to
left all
right.
the time. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Even the Cayennes and the Panameras and stuff are all to the left.
Well, I got a good story. You've probably heard this story before. I was going with my buddy Vince. We had his uncle's Porsche. He had a 911, just a regular, no, not a regular. It was 911S, I think, and it was like a special edition. It was, remember, it said 911 on the back. It was a special edition of that year, and yeah, so his uncle would give it to us on the weekends or like when he'd be out of town or something. So he gave it to us that week, and Vince was driving me to school. Shout out, Vince, if you're listening. And he's driving me to school, top down on this 911, and I'm reading my math book because I had a math exam that day. So I'm reading my math book. All of a sudden, woot, 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 cops. I go, what the hell? He was driving on, what was the street? He was driving me to a metro. He was driving on, oh my God. You know, Quartier, was it Delarancid?
Cartier is Dylan said, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
So he's driving on Delarancid. You know, you and me know you cannot drive fast on Delarancid with a Porsche.
Yeah, you're going to destroy half the wheels and half
You're
the bumpers
breaking
in the front.
everything, guys. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, so he wasn't driving fast. So, and I know, like, a Porsche drives fast. You're going to hear it. You know what I mean? You're going to know. So we get stopped. Cop comes. This is middle of the day. Like, it was 9 o'clock. I think my class was at 10, something like that. Cop comes. One cop car, okay? He comes. Flashlight in our face. It's middle of the day. There's a flashlight out. I have no idea why, but anyways. Flashlight out. So these two young kids in a Porsche, top down. He comes and he says, so what are you guys doing today? My buddy is like, well, I'm just driving my friend to school, you know, whatever, this and that. Oh, yeah. He goes, well, this is the car under your name. He goes, no, it's my uncle's car, you know, whatever, this and that. The cop goes, okay, but is this car stolen? Did you steal it? And he's like, no, it's not stolen. Like you just said, it's under this guy's name. I just told you the guy's name. Like, you know, like it's his uncle. He goes, if you want, you can call him. You could do what you guys want. You know, he knows I have the car, whatever. So the cop goes, give me 1 second. Okay. So I look at my buddy. I go, Vince, I go, did you go fast? Did you do something? He goes, Mass, I was driving normal. He goes, he's like me. There's no need to drive fast. Unless he's on the track, then forget it. Then he'll drive fast.
Destroy
you know what I mean?
it,
Like, yeah. So cop comes back. I see another cop car go. Come. Sorry. Another one comes, and it parks in front of us, okay? Another one parks to the side of us. So they blocked us in. I'm like, man, what's going on over here? And who comes out? A girl cop. Not to offend any girl cops, but some of them in Laval, I've gotten, and they're very special. She comes out holding her belt, like she's all big. Flash it again in my face. So I go to her. I go, Madame, I go, what's with the flashlight in the middle of daylight? I go, we're criminals. I go, you guys just stop us. 3 cop cars come. You know, what's going on? Like, oh, well, this car, you know, it's not under his name, so we think it's stolen. Okay, scan everything, take his info. You know, they didn't take his info, didn't take anything. Obviously, you're going to think it's stolen, you know, whatever. So getting back to what we're talking about now, this is the point. So the girls with her flashlight. So me, I'm like, okay, I'm putting my book, because I know how they are, these cops, when they see you grab a bag or this and that. I go, I'm putting my math book back in my bag. There goes, okay, no problem. As I'm putting it in, she screams, hey, 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 like on her walkie-talkie. You know how it's like on their shoulder?
Okay.
Goes, there's no key, there's no key, there's no key. It's stolen, it's stolen. We start freaking out. We're like, what? I go, what do you mean there's no key? She starts calling everyone. The guy comes back, and my friend Vince is like, Madame, on scam. He goes, it's a Porsche. The keys are on the left side. The girl, her face sank and turned white. You know how stupid she looked in front of 4 cops? And the cop was looking at her like, are you crazy? Like, bro, anyways, the whole story. They called his uncle. They were making a story. They're like, oh, you're not allowed to make him drive. So his uncle's like, oh, he took it without me knowing, the piece of shit. Bring him home. Like, he did it on purpose. We got home. We were allowed to take it. You know what I mean? But anyways, the funny story. So the girl didn't know that the Porsche had the key on the left side. So she was calling backup that we stole the car, but it was his uncle's car. Just because the key was on the left, she thought that we, like, I don't know, broke in, hot wired it, like in the movies, and we took off in a Porsche. You know, like, yeah, I'm gonna be top down with a stolen car, reading my math book.
Going to the metro station.
To the metro, reading my math book with my buddy. Like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Like, come on, like, even her.
No way.
She was trying to power chip. You know, she was trying to get that. But that was hilarious. That was one of the funniest things. Cop cars going. And you know, the Lancet is like a 2-lane, like, sketch. That cop car's on the sidewalk. They're on mud, dirt. Oh, my God. It was like a big thing. Everyone looking at us. Oh, my God. The things that I go through sometimes, I swear to God. Because, and then I told her at the end, I go, you're just busting because you see 2 young kids in a Porsche. Not because you wanted to check my plates, you wanted to check if I was okay. No. You didn't like that. You saw two kids in a Porsche, so you thought it was stolen. Plain and simple. But what if my buddy had that much money?
That's a pretty
bought
crazy
Porsche?
assumption.
Yeah. He shut up after. You saw, they let us go. Oh, sir, do you need me to drive you, to assist you to go? Yeah, no, I don't need nothing. Bye.
You want me to assist you to bring you to the metro station for your exam?
Yeah, like he was going to make us pass the lights because he knows he was an idiot. You know what I mean? Like,
I would have took the police escort.
So guys,
Bring me to school.
I took the Porsche escort. Don't worry, Vince. He drove off pretty aggressively after that, and you heard that Boxster engine get mad a little bit. You know?
Was that car stick?
So, no, it was the first PDKs.
It was PDK. Okay.
Yeah, and it was quick at the time, man. I remember we were all freaking out over the technology. When it would downshift, it would rev match. Like at that time, pretty crazy.
The car was what, like a 01, 02?
No. I'd say like 03, 05-ish,
So it had the like the egg lights there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And like the rounded taillights?
Yeah. I like that
Not
car.
the newer taillights, the ones before it.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Not the ones that have like the line inside, the ones that...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's just a fun story, guys. So don't ever freak out if you get into a Porsche, you don't see the keys, it's not stolen, it's on nothing, it's on the left side.
It's on the left side, yeah. That's it.
Yo, man, the Habs are killing it. I have it playing in the background over here. 2-0. Claude Julien out, 2 goals. Let's go.
Who's the coach now?
The backup coach.
Okay, the guy with the scar.
But I don't think he's gonna be. He's the interim coach, so that's I think until they find someone. That's what that means.
Let's get Patrick Roy in there.
No, I don't want Patrick Roy. He's crazy, bro.
Is he actually like a possibility of him being a coach?
Yeah, well, he is a coach, but he doesn't do good. He just loses his shit. He gets into fights, bro. There's all kinds of things on him all the time. Like, we don't need that in Montreal. I mean, that's all we need.
Some good entertainment.
So now, let's get into your favorite section. The new C-Class by Mercedes-Benz, Joe. Take it away.
Did anybody see the C-Class? It looks amazing.
You like it that much? Like
the only thing I don't like, and you mentioned it too, is the rear.
Yeah, it looks a bit...
I don't like the back. Straightforward, like I really don't like the back.
It doesn't look like a Mercedes, I find. I find it looks like a Hyundai. It looks like any
It looks like an A-Class, but kind of like...
Well, yeah, the A-Class has the same
with
lights,
a bit of steroids in the back, right?
Yeah, or even the CLA, isn't the same lights?
No, CLA is more like a coupe, kind of squished, like swooping.
Okay, yeah, sure, they're a bit smaller. Those ones are fatter. Yeah. You're right.
But the front is ridiculous. The lights are insane. The interior is crazy.
I think the interiors would really they're like, you know what, guys, we're taking this one this year.
Yeah, the interior is ridiculous. The interior is actually
they've been
insane.
taking them, but like Audi started to catch up a bit, with the red interiors, the new red stitch, with the massaging seats on the new models and this and that. But now Mercedes is like, okay, guys, we're going to have to tell you guys, calm down because you can't keep up with us. Because that interior is insane. Mercedes have been killing the interior game. They've been killing
it. The interior to the S-Class is the new S-Class, but the new C-Class interior, it's wow.
So what are the new features on it? Do you know anything? Is there any leaks or anything like that? Or we just
there wasn't
a picture
like,
and that's it?
Yeah, also with there's a video of the guy showing it around and stuff. Like we didn't even get any internal stuff given to us or anything yet. Like I don't know anything. I know like it has CarPlay and the screen's bigger and it has like the new MBUX system and it has all that stuff. It has like voice activation like Siri. It's more intuitive. Stuff like that. Yeah. Like you could say right now like in the new cars you could say hey Mercedes, close the sunshade and it's gonna close the.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You could tell it,
cool.
hey Mercedes, I'm warm, and it's gonna put the AC on. You could say I'm cold, and it's gonna put the heater on. All that type of stuff. So now they're bringing it a step further.
Say, put the heating at this much. You just say I'm
cold,
you could. And it's gonna adjust it for you. No, but I'm saying like it does that too. Crazy.
Yeah, it does that one too. You could say, put my passenger heated seat on. It's gonna work.
Yeah. You can basically do anything with it.
Yeah, so now they're going a step further and they're making it more personalized. So for example, like in the S-Class anyway, it's going to be like move passenger seat, whatever.
Oh wow, okay. So basically anything that you would do with your hands, you could do with your mouth.
Pretty much, because they want you to stay. The idea behind it,
hands free, right?
Hands free, exactly. So like always keep your hands in the steering wheel, safe driving. You don't touch your phone. You don't do any of that stuff.
Makes sense.
The only thing I don't know yet, which I'm like trying to get information on if it's finally gonna have wireless CarPlay.
I was gonna say that. I was literally thinking of CarPlay this whole time that you were talking.
So the new ones have it.
Like, did they update anything? Okay, so it exists.
Yeah, the new ones have it since 2019.
Thank God, because I hate
2019.
plugging my phone all the time.
No, wait, not wireless.
So what do you mean?
It's wired.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, no, it has CarPlay, but it's wired.
Okay. I thought you meant it came out with the wireless. Okay.
No. I'm hoping the new one has wireless.
Because I hate plugging it in. I find it.
I know it's retarded. It's stupid.
And it's bad for your battery, your phone, and stuff.
Yep, keeping it plugged all the time for sure.
People say no to the new batteries. You know that?
I don't know.
People say the new batteries like to be charged, but ever since I got this CarPlay thing, my battery's been too shit, and I have to go to Apple to replace it.
Is it free of charge?
Well, yeah, it's still under warranty, but my battery, like, it's something software, because every time I'm good, like, the battery's normal. Then as soon as I FaceTime, like, because I FaceTime my dad or my sister often.
Yeah, it eats it alive.
Yo, my phone gets super hot to, like, the point of, like, you're like, whoa, what the hell's going on? And the battery goes from, like, 60 to 20 in, like, 10 minutes.
Holy shit. Okay, there's something wrong with it.
I never had issues, honestly. I never had issues. And you know me, I'm not the person to charge it whenever and plug it in. I charge it when it's dead and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I have to go to Apple, even that. But with this COVID, it's crazy. I can only go on the weekend, and you know how it is over there on the weekend. It's nuts.
Disaster.
And I don't want to be there, to be honest, with all those people. They're all crazy, man. People are nuts this time of year, man. They go out on the weekends, and it's field day.
You can't have people in your house, but you can have a reunion at the Carrefour Laval shopping center.
Exactly. We've said it many times. Doesn't make sense. And we've been voted the worst province now to deal with COVID. So bravissimo.
Which basically means
good job. So yeah, okay. Let's get back. We're off track. So that's it. That's all we know about the C-Class. Is there anything else that you wanted to chime in? Because I know I just saw that picture you sent me, and obviously you're the one who sent it to me. So
that's all I know right now. Hopefully there's gonna be some crazy stuff. I know the screen's bigger, and then like it's.
I'm sure more and more is gonna come out, just like
for sure.
Porsche
Well, now they showed you basically like how it's gonna look inside and stuff. They didn't talk about they highlighted the features it has, like it has MBUX and all that stuff, but like they didn't really specify.
What's MBUX again?
Mercedes-Benz user experience.
Okay, it's that thing. Okay.
So that's like the voice-activated system, the new interface, the touchscreen, the ambient lighting, all that stuff is like an operating system.
C43 would come out the same time, or you think it would like a year later?
A year later, yeah, a year later.
A year later, and then probably C63 after that, right?
If we go back the way it was, like last generation. The C300, the new one came out in 15, and the C450 came out in 16, as well as the C63 in 16.
Okay.
So you might be able to catch the C63 in a year's time.
For all you C63 fans, I know we have a couple on our Instagram page.
They're hybrid 4-cylinders.
Hybrid 4-cylinder?
Yeah.
What? A C63?
Yeah.
No. This is impossible.
I'm telling you, the whole C-Class lineup is all going to be no more 6-cylinder, no more V8.
What?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Without a V8.
Yeah, I swear to God.
What's going to happen with the typical Mercedes is the German muscle?
What's going to happen is you should buy your C63 now because it's going to go up in value.
I'm just going to have 6 C63s parked in my garage at this point.
Legit, they're going to go up in value.
Yeah, for sure. If you keep last gen, guys, insider trade right here. Last gen C63, you get like black edition, a special edition, or something like that. Keep that thing. Oh my God, it's gonna fly up in price, especially if they stop putting V8s. It's gonna be nuts.
So the new one apparently is gonna be 500 horse plus 4-cylinder hybrid. It's gonna be fast. But I don't know how it's gonna sound.
C63.
Yeah.
Come on, that's like something.
Look,
anyways.
Maybe they're gonna surprise us with something crazy. I don't know. The C43 is going to be insane.
I'm not saying it's going to be missing power. That I know. Like, you can get power, right, from these electric motors. But it's a C63.
I know.
It's like an M3 or an M4 or an RS5 with a small engine. It's so weird. RS7. You know what I mean? Like,
you know that silver one that I made you try, the C63, the 4-door?
Yeah.
How crazy was that car?
Insane. It's the joy. It's the joy that you get from driving those cars. That's the point of that car.
I think it's going to be a 4-wheel drive too.
What? god, they're killing the car. I'm for sure there's not going to be that many sales. If they do that, and BMW stays true to like their M4,
they're gonna
and
get
Audi
killed.
sticks to the V8s or the engines on the RSs, they're gonna lose a lot of sales for that because the purists
they're
don't
gonna
want
get
that
killed.
shit. No one wants.
But
okay,
eventually, BMW and Audi are gonna have to do the same thing, though.
Yeah, I know, but you're going from. You can't do that all at once. Like you're going from a big engine to a small hybrid engine to all-wheel drive. You know what I mean? It's a lot in one time type of thing. Like it's a completely different car now. Now we're not. It's not a C63 anymore. It's something else.
No, it's like a C61. I don't know.
There's gonna be a C4 cylinder.
Because technically, the CLA 45S, right now as we speak, the European version, is technically the fastest compact four-door under the C. It's faster than the C43, and it's a little slower than a C63.
Yeah. Okay.
The CLA 45.
Yeah, I believe.
I think it's like 500. It's 412 or 422 horsepower out of a four-cylinder.
I like the look of them, honestly.
Me too. Me too. They look aggressive.
Sportback look type of thing.
Yeah, they look aggressive.
Me, anything sportback, I'm happy. I think that's.
They're nice. Those are cool cars.
Sportback or SUV, the next one, guys. That's what it's gonna be.
But they're really front happy. Like their oversteer is insane. Yeah, oversteer is insane.
Is it Haldex?
Yeah.
That's why.
It's front-wheel drive biased.
I don't wanna be any one of those guys, but I think not that I'm staying away that it was bad. I've just driven real Quattro, and real X-Drive, and real 4MATIC, like when it's not Haldex.
Big difference.
And it's a big difference, my guys.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a big difference. Like you see, like my car, I never had any. Joe's seen me go through snow and all kinds of shit with my car. I never had any issues, but it's not instant, and it's not like. How do you say it? Like it doesn't bite right away. Like it'll slip a bit, then it'll bite. You know what I mean?
Because it wants the front wheels to slip, and then it's gonna kick on.
Exactly. Like my 100%. Launch control was insane. Like I loved it. But the launch with my S4 was plus the sport diff and the electronic sport diff, whatever. Man, you felt it kick from the ass. Like I felt like my ass dip and like kick. Now I felt like almost like a front wheel drive effect, and then after it pushed, type of thing. So I think me on my next one, now that I'm even driving that Tiguan, it's 4Motion, but it's Haldex, right? So I feel it.
It is Haldex. That's all I wanted to ask you. It is Haldex, right?
Yep. I feel the difference right away.
Yeah,
it's crazy. My girlfriend's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I feel it.
She's like, it feels like all-wheel drive to me. You're like,
they don't
really.
know the difference. You don't know if you didn't drive one. You know what I mean? Like if you really didn't drive one, this is a whole new world for her type of thing, or anybody else that went from front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive. Like you don't get stuck anywhere. But when it's true all-wheel drive, like the real Quattro or whatever the car
it's a big difference, of course. Yeah, for sure. It's a big difference.
Insane. It's insane. Okay, so let's get to some F1 updates, guys. There's the F1 season coming soon, right, Joe? It's starting in March, I'm pretty sure. And it was just some changes to the teams and stuff. I don't know if you saw that. I know that I'm the big F1 guy here. But your Mercedes, everything is staying the same.
I love Mercedes.
Obviously, everything is staying the same because they've been winning for the past freaking, I don't know how many years now.
So a long time, actually.
So Lewis Hamilton just signed, and Valtteri Bottas is staying there too. So Mercedes doesn't change. Now it's starting to get interesting. Red Bull, right? They changed. It's going to be Max Verstappen with Sergio Perez. Mixes it up a bit because they had Alex Albon before. So they put Albon aside. They take Perez. Perez was at, I think, at McLaren, the orange ones, yeah. And he was ripping it. So now him in a Red Bull, this is going to be insane with Max Verstappen. Joe, I'd be scared maybe this year if Red Bull pulls something out of their ass with like something with their cars. Oh, no, actually, I'm correcting myself. Perez used to drive for Racing Point. So he knows those Mercedes
That's the pink car,
cars.
I think, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now we go down to McLaren. Another change. Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah.
From, what was he, the last one? Renault. He went to McLaren with Lando Norris. So that's another crazy duo. Crazy duo for McLaren. McLaren's trying to step it up, man. They're really trying to get back into the top leagues. And they did it with signing Daniel Ricciardo there. I'm curious to see how that's going to be. That's going to be another nice signing. Then now, which is not Racing Point anymore, the Stroll family bought it as Aston Martin. So hopefully we might see those green Astons back on the F1 track. They didn't reveal their car yet. That we have Mr. Sebastian Vettel from Ferrari and Lance Stroll. So Stroll's son, basically. The same. He was there. He was with Racing Point last season, basically. But now they got Mr. Vettel from Ferrari, which is another interesting point, another interesting team, because Aston Martin, they could go somewhere. You know what I mean? They were pretty good at one point, and yeah. So they're trying to make moves. The Montreal-based team, you know. Then
Mr. Stroll himself, straight from MTL.
Yeah. Then you got the Alpine team, which was basically Renault, but they changed it to Alpine. Fernando Alonso's coming back at the age of, I think, 40-something, man, crazy.
Yeah, he's old, the guy, no?
Yeah. Fernando Alonso coming back to race for Renault, which was, I think, his original team. That's why he wanted to go back. And Esteban Ocon, which was always there. So another change, man. A lot of changes this year, man. A lot of changes. You go to my team, who've been doing shit. Ferrari, they keep Charles Leclerc, obviously, the young gunner, and they add Carlos Sainz to the team. He was with McLaren. Insane. I'm really happy with this signing. The kid was killing it with McLaren. I'd like to see what he's going to do in a Ferrari, because I think he could kill it. And it's two very young kids driving, so, you know, they could build their careers together. But they kept the same team, you know, even after all this shit and all that stuff that happened, like this season that they did really bad. They kept Binotto, they kept everyone the same, they kept all the same team. They just think that with, you know, Sainz instead of Vettel was getting older. It looked like he didn't give a shit almost, you know. Let's give it to two young kids. They're going to fight it out, and they're probably going to race their best. Smart way of going at it, I think, you know. And then if you go to AlphaTauri, they signed a young Japanese kid, Yuki oh my God, I'm going to butcher this. Tsunoda. Or Tsunoda maybe it might be. So even him, a rookie, and he's driving with AlphaTauri. So that's basically, I think that's a Honda engine, and it is the AlphaTauri part is from Red Bull. So Red Bull owns part of this team, if you didn't know, Joe. Then after the rest, Alfa Romeo, they stay the same. Kimi Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi, Haas made a different change. Basically, Haas changed. It's true. Haas did make the change. They got, and you probably didn't even know this, Mick Schumacher. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that's Michael Schumacher's son. Didn't he win the F2 to become into the F1?
And basically, yeah, he had to get into the F1. That's how you get into the F1. And yeah, so Haas picked him up. And they have another Nikita Mazepin, another new guy. I have no idea who he is. So that's going to be another interesting run where I can't wait to see Schumacher back on the names, man. That was like my childhood and my time growing up watching Schumacher race, man, for Ferrari, and it was something. So maybe his son, you know, who knows, man? Maybe he takes in his father's footsteps. If he won the F2 or F2, whatever they call it, you know what I mean? That might be insane. Might be insane. So Williams, it's Latifi and George Russell for a second season. Nothing changed there. And that's it so far. For anything changes or anything big news, that was F1. They've basically confirmed they signed everyone. Everyone has been signed almost. You see the cars. If you guys want to check out their cars, just go on their F1 site. They're showing everyone's revealing them slowly. I think Ferrari is going to be the last one. But I know Red Bull already revealed. A couple people revealed. So if you guys want to check out the new cars, check them out. They look super nice. Honestly, guys, really, really good. So that's it for Ferrari updates.
And the first race is taken...
Yeah.
Where?
Take it away. Do you know?
No, the first race is where? I have no idea.
I will check right away. I thought you had it. That's why you're saying it. I know usually it's the Bahar... what's it called? Bahrain? Yeah. Usually
Bahrain, okay, yeah.
Usually it's that, but I'm checking. Yeah, Bahrain, March 26th.
And in
the weekend of March 26th. So it starts off with that, and then they're saying Italy should be the next one. But because of the COVID, it's still to be announced, and they're still not 100%. But the first race is confirmed. It says Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix 2021, March 26th to 28th weekend. That's what it tells me so far. I'm there. This is on the F1 site. But all the other ones are like to be announced, and you have the like.
Yeah,
the
they don't know yet, right?
But yeah, I guess because of COVID, they're not sure the dates and this. And anyways, you know, it's been like that for all year now. So that's it for the F1. So F1 talk, that's about it. Joe, what else did you want to talk about?
Something I wanted to bring up before we end the podcast is that there is a giveaway going on right now. It's live on Instagram and Facebook.
It might be done by the time this comes out.
It might be done.
yeah.
But if it's not
this week, right? So depending when this comes out,
right now it's not done. So basically, the giveaway is with Unitronic. They are a
shout out to Unitronic
tuning company for Audi, Volkswagens, I think Lamborghini as well. Porsche also. Yep. So basically, the VAG family. We used them on our cars previously.
Quebec-based
guys. We love
their
parts. Yeah, they are Quebec-based, which is our home province.
Yep.
Super nice guys. They helped us in getting like a swag pack, kind of. Yep. So there's T-shirts, there's hats, there's lanyards, there's a license plate frame, there's stickers, there's our T-shirt in there.
Yeah.
And no, the lemons are not part of the giveaway.
The lemons are not for sale, guys. The lemons, I repeat, are not.
If somebody really wants the lemons, we could figure something out.
Yeah. You talk to my girlfriend and see what's gonna happen if you start selling those lemons. She's gonna sell you and the car and everything else.
I might throw a real lemon in the box when we
maybe
when we ship it out.
Why not? Yeah, if you get it, it's a bit whatever. But
so if you wanna. If the giveaway is still up, check it out. It's on Instagram. Basically, like the post, share the post on your story. Make sure you're following us at the TheFuelUp podcast and at Unitronic. I think it's Get Unitronic, the Unitronic. Instagram handle. So you got to follow them. Also, tag your friends in the comments for sure. More people.
The more you tag,
the
more
you bring, the more
entries,
chance.
guys.
Yeah, more entries, exactly. And if you want an extra entry, you got to listen to the old or watch the old, not the old one, but last week's podcast. There is a secret way of getting extra admissions. I guess you could entries. Yeah. That was what I was looking for. Entries into getting a more chance of winning the Unitronic swag pack.
Perfect. So I just wanted to say a couple things before we wrapped it up. Joe took care of that whole liquid molly. I'm stuck with liquid molly all the time, guys. Liquid Molly Unitronic are partners.
Jason,
so they don't care. Molly? They definitely don't care that I said Liquid Molly. So Joe just said that our little giveaway. I just wanted to say, guys, we are now. It's been a couple of weeks, almost a month. We've been on Media. So if you guys don't know what that is, guys, check them out on Instagram. They're huge. They got like 250,000 followers. They're very big. Again, Montreal based. They're trying to do their own little network of podcasts and this and that. So check out Media. You can Google it. Go on their website. We're on there now. You can watch all our podcasts. Well, not all of them. They're putting them up slowly, doing episode per week. They're doing their own thing. We don't control that. We just send them our stuff, and they put it up. Guys, check it out. Super nice, well laid out. There's all kinds of different podcasts on there. There's a couple guys from Montreal that we know. There's the Joe Fo guys, I think Chemical Pod. There's also... who else was there on there that we know? There was Snob
the Real
Media.
Estate one is good. I watched that one. That was a good podcast.
That's
the Real Estate one.
There's some cool ones. It looks like a Netflix for podcast type of thing. So check it out, guys. Let us know also what you guys think. Does it work well? Does it not work well? Do you just want it on YouTube? But we're trying to get out there as much as possible. So shout out to Media. We'll put them in the tag if we post a little video about this, so if you guys can check it out. And also, I just wanted to say, we stopped doing this, and I think we should continue because I feel like it keeps the community together. Joe, remember when we used to give our little shout-outs? Like one guy every time or two guys every time?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I want to give another shout-out to the boys at Beyond the Bench podcast. What is up, guys? They basically put us on a list. They made their own list of, not the best, but their favorite podcasts in Montreal because MTL Blog did one, and, no one that we know or anybody in the game that we know that's been here for a while is on it. It's the weirdest list. So they made their own list. They added all the OGs from MTL and they included us in there, So I feel honored that they thought of us, and I just really wanted to give them a shout out. They're doing their thing, Joe. They're killing it with their own podcast. Now I think one of their guys had just left or something like that. So they're trying to spice it up. They got new cameras, new this, new that. So, good for them. I'm happy that to see them grow also. Guys, check their merch. Their merch is super cool. Guys, if you guys want to send a
kill it.
hoodie, you guys want to send us a
dope.
hoodie or two or something, a toque or something, guys. Don't
I'd
be
rock
scared,
it. Look, all I wear is hoodies all the time, so I'd rock
there
it.
you go. There you go. And they're boys from Montreal. You know, they're like our age, and they're doing. They're trying to do their own thing like us, guys. So give them a follow, give them a like, give them whatever you can, you know, and listen to their podcast. Cool guys. Cool guys. So let's just close up this week's podcast. What episode was it, Joe? Did I ask you? Did you say it?
This will be 34.
Yeah.
I think.
You weren't sure. You weren't
starting.
sure. That's why we didn't say it. No, so yeah,
But it should be 34,
34.
yeah.
All right, guys. So that was episode 34. Just a little quarantine, you know, update with we got the new GT3 in there. We got the new C-Class that Joe got his little insiders on. We got the F1 updates. Talked about some things here and there. Our media. So guys, check all that stuff out. Don't forget the giveaway. It's this week. It's going to be ending. There's already a lot of people that signed up for it, but we gave it a bit of extra time. We gave it 2 weeks instead of 1 week. We said, you know what, whatever, let's go with it. Let's let it run. Let's let it, you know, give everybody a chance. I got some people today asking me how to do it from Facebook. Don't worry, guys. I have you marked down on Facebook, the people that did it from Facebook. So, guys, thank you for all the support. Joe, you have anything to say before we finish this?
Guys, follow us on the TheFuelUp podcast at Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm Gio.
I'm Mas.
And episode 34. Peace.
Deuces, guys.